Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marina from Marina Art Design and this is another requested video. It is going to be about Creative Fabrica Studio, online designing tool that was just recently released. It is still a new tool. It has some bugs. So if you are using Studio and you notice a bug or error or you experience a crash or you want to suggest a feature, you can do so on this email that you see on your screen. You will see on a couple of occasions that Studio will crash to me as I work on design in this video. And this is why feedback and reporting is important, to make sure that you let them know when did the crash happen and how you experienced the crash. Regarding the usage, Studio has free and paid version. You do not have to pay extra for Studio if you have all access subscription. Paid version of Studio is included. From what I can see is the only difference between free and paid version is your access to create AI art using Spark. So anything that is related to Spark is something that you do not have access in Studio if you do not have Creative Fabrica subscription. So let's start by creating our first design together. Click on Open Studio. If you do not have any projects, this will be empty, so you can start new design here or in the upper right corner. Also, if you prefer to work in dark mode, you can click on the moon icon or the sun icon in the upper right corner. So let's click on Add New Design. Once you click on Add New Design, you'll have on the left side, you have a feature where you can select a pre-made template in a specific dimensions and also containing specific content that you can also edit. So you have that here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to manually import my numbers, and I'm going to start by changing the units to inches, and I'm going to make sure that I do not forget the DPI, because the default DPI is 72. We have to change that to 300. And then I'm going to type here 8.5 and I'm going to type here 11. And just for the sake of this video, because if you are using KDP, if you're going to make cover using this tool, we know that we have 3 digits. So I'm going to type 46 or 43. So I'm going to type 3 digits behind the main number, because usually covers for KDP books, they do not have exact inches. They have numbers like these that are not exact. And let's see, can we actually get this value with 3 digits behind the decimal point? Create new design. And it is. I can see it here. You can also verify this with your own Studio, but this is that value that I imported. If I want to change this value, I can type it here. Here it is only in pixels, so make sure that you know the value of your dimensions of your design in pixels. And I would click apply here. If you do not want to have this on top, you can click it on X. If you want to bring it back, you have this icon here. So the last icon in the top left menu is the dimension of design tab. Layers are automatically active here. You can close them or you can activate them here. So this button activates the layer menu. Here on the top, you need to text example. You need to type the name of your design so you can easily sort them out. So see here, this is where you can find all the designs that you created in your Studio. Let's go to text. So first I'm going to start with typing some text, add text field, and I'm going to type Creative Fabrica Studio. Okay, so this is my text and I want to change the font. Now, unfortunately, I suggested that the fonts are better organized. So for example, I do not have to scroll all the way to see how many hand-drawn fonts do we have. So I would prefer that I can select hand-drawn fonts or chunky fonts or sans fonts or sans fonts, so I can easily eliminate the ones that I'm looking for. So that is a feature I hope it's going to have soon. If you want to change the size, you can type it here, or you can hold the corner and it's going to increase or of course reduce the size of the font. If you hold this one, it is changing the size of the text box. So here you see, if I stretch it, it's going to move the text in multiple lines. If I want to change the letter spacing and line spacing, I can do that here. So this is the button where you can change the letter spacing and line spacing. You can type the value or you can move the slider. And then you have, of course, normal features, so bold, italic, underline, so you have all of that here. Another thing that you can do with any shape or text box that you have on your design is you can turn it into a pattern. So if you click on this, it's going to make a pattern, and then this one you can hide this one, visibility of the element that you turn into a pattern. So this is now pattern of my original shape, and I'm going to delete it here on this side, and I'm going to make my original text visible again. So you can use this feature here to repeat something on a background. You can use this for any shape, so text or any graphics or any elements that you import here. Now when it comes to color, I'm going to show you the problem. I'm going to duplicate this shape and I put one here. So this is where I want my shape to be, and this is just, and I'm going to show you why I have this duplicate. If I want to change the color of the text, I need to click on this button here, and as you can see, this now it is covering a huge portion of my design page. So my suggestion would be, and I'm trying, but I don't think it's possible to move this. I would like this to be, I want to be able to move this somewhere else, or at least when it's open, it is open somewhere else, so it's not blocking half of design. So it should open somewhere here or here, anywhere that is not covering almost entire page. And if you click on the color here, or if you click or slide here, or you can type hex code here, okay, you can also change, let's go to 50 to make it transparent. So you can do that here as well. But let me show you what happens if you click on gradient. So if you click on gradient, let me select this one so I can actually see what I'm doing. So gradient, come on, gradient. See the light white dot in the middle. So that white dot means that this now is active, and if you change color, you are changing color to that active dot here. So if I click on this one, you see now I can change the color here. I can change the color on the slider, and I can change the color here as well. I click on this one, red. If I want to add more colors, I just click with my left key of the mouse here. I can also add the stop for gradient here by typing a value. So if you type a value here, you're going to add color somewhere on this line. So let me change the colors here, or we can remove if we have extra, like I just did. Okay, pink, green, what is this? I want this one to be bright green. Let's go. Okay, here you can change the angle. So let's try 190. Let's try 360. You see, this is how you change the angle of your gradient. And now look what happens if I click. So this would be linear gradient. Look what happens when I click on the circular. So it's emerging from the center to the outside. I'm going to click on this one, and you see now my letters have turned black. And if I click back to linear, you see now Studio has crashed. So this is a bug. When you try to change the color of a shape or text or anything, if you want to change the color to gradient and then go back to linear gradient from circular gradient, the studio is going to crash. You cannot do anything now. You have to restart and go back. Your design is saved, so don't worry about that. Your design is saved at that last moment what you were doing, but the studio has crashed and you have to restart it to access it back. So let's click on my recent files. Let's give it a moment. You need to give it a moment because it is active after a crash, so it needs a time to recover your last design. So let's delete this one, not the entire thing. Put this on top, change the size. Okay. And when it comes to alignment and layers, you have this option here. So let's duplicate this one. Duplicate this and put it here. Hold Shift and select both of them, and now you can align them in the middle. You can move them to the left. You can distribute them vertically and align them horizontally. So these are classical alignment features that you have here. You can also group them, so all of that is also standard. If you already used Canva, you're already familiarized with those things that when it comes to shapes. Now let's continue with another thing that we have here. So Spark is the first on top of the menu on the left. If you type here, so let's type something cute, kawaii, cat, line art on clear background, clip art. Let's see what we're going to get. Create image. Let's see how we're going to get something useful. Unfortunately, the Spark AI is not very good. The prompts need to be specific and detailed prompts, so it doesn't work well with short prompts. And let's see what we're going to get. Okay, I believe this one. Yeah, this one is a cute one, so I'm going to keep her. So as you can see, it is transparent, so it doesn't have background. The resolution is okay. You see there's no a lot of pixelation in the image, so I'm going to leave that here. Under graphics, you have images that of course you can use. Now when it comes to images, you will, if you want to change the size of the image, hold the corner, and that is going to change the size of the image in aspect ratio. So it's going to keep the aspect ratio. If you click sides, you're actually going to clip the image. So if you hold sides, you can clip the image to specific shape. Now if you rotate and you try to clip, it is still going to clip in the same direction. So you cannot, for example, clip this section here. So it's not working like that. Okay, and if I want to delete this, I can click delete, or I can also click delete here. If you want to lock it, so you can, for example, put something on top and work on top of this without worrying that you're going to shift this, you can lock this layer here. So now it is locked. You see it's not allowing me to do anything with it. So here, click on the lock feature to lock specific shape. Let's go to the next one, is elements. So here you have vector elements. I'm going to use this one here, and you can change color of this one. Let's go to orange. Where is orange? Okay, here. And now I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it in the corner, and I'm going to click repeat on background. And you see here, and I'm going to lower it on the bottom. So I'm going to hold that layer and put it on the bottom. And I'm going to delete this original shape because I do not need it anymore. Okay, so now I have my background. You see this one, it's showing me one shape, but it's actually a background pattern. Let's make you a little bit bigger. Okay. Another thing that you can do is, let's go to photos and let's select this one. So let's make it bigger. If you have a photo and you want to mask it, so you want to clip it, but not in the rectangle shape, but using one of the elements, so any of these elements is going to work. So let me just pick something that is good. Do we have a blob? That is interesting. This one is interesting. So hold the blob, drag it on top of the photo, and you see it is going to clip it to that side. And this is also something that I do not understand. You see, I'm moving the shape, but I want to align. So I want to keep this size of the shape, but I want to move the image inside the shape. Now I tried all the buttons on my keyboard to see maybe one of them it's going to work, but it's not working. So I'm going to ask Spark or Creative Fabrica Studio support team to tell me how to move image within the mask, because I want to center it. I want the shape is good and the size is good, but I want to be able to move the image inside the shape. So that is something that I don't think it's possible at the moment, because you see, as I move the shape, the image is not moving. Maybe if I do this, is that the way? No, it's not. Okay, so it's not moving the mask. But that is how you can turn a shape or any shape into a mask, by putting it on top of the image. And once again, you can use this to create pattern. You see, it is that shape. So let me delete this because that's horrible. So you just put any shape, literally any shape that you have here under elements, on top of the photo, and it's going to turn it into a mask of that shape. When it comes to photos, you have this one. You have selections here. You can use the search feature. So let me see this one. Let me increase this one. Let's put it here and put this in the back. And let's put this here and change color to, let's hope it's not going to crash, white. Okay, it didn't crash. Okay, good. So just, I'm not going to use gradient to avoid another crash. When it comes to background, as I mentioned, you can use fixed color that is going to fill the entire background, or you can use images for background. Background images automatically go to the background. So if I click, for example, on this one, it is automatically going to go on the bottom of everything under all layers. You see here. So that is the feature of the background. That is the difference. If I import photo from the photo, it's going to put it on top of everything, and background automatically goes on the bottom of everything. So let's see what else we have. Patterns here. So for this, I need to have a new design. So let's go back to Creative Fabrica Studio and let's create new design and A4, so we are faster, and pattern text. So here under patterns, you have images. So you have one cube. So let's look for an image that is interesting. I like this one. Okay. So if you like this, I'm talking about size, do it like this, and then click on repeat on background. And this is going to create automatically the pattern using that image that you created. And you can, of course, still zoom in, zoom out as much as you want. And that is how you create a repeating pattern. You see here. So this looks nice, I believe. Okay, that's it. So that is how you can create pattern. Let's see what we have from templates. So here you have pre-made templates. Let's see which one is interesting. This one is interesting. Add as a new design. We can edit the text. All the text is editable. We have layers here. Let's see, is the cloud? No, I was hoping that the cloud would be individual elements so we can make them even more unique, move them around, but no, this is a background. This is one of the background images. But maybe we can, let me see, do we have any cloud? Let's see, is this one going to match the scene? Yeah, this one is cute. This is the graphic element on its own. It has opacity, so it cannot be changed. But okay, we can use this. And now, of course, you need to change the text. And this is how you can modify this original design and create it into something new, something unique by adding your own elements on top of these pre-made templates. So make sure that you never use template as is. You see, add just another element, just make it a little bit different, a little bit unique for yourself. Here you have your uploads. Your uploads is where you can import your images. It doesn't allow importing of PDF, so you can only import images, SVG, PNG, JPEG images. And also you can draw. So let me select all of this, click delete. Let's go to draw. Let's click on pen. Let's change color to black. And let's start drawing. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. Okay. So drawing works. Last time when I checked Studio, the drawing actually crashed the system, but I see now drawing works. You can also erase. Okay. And you see, this is what I told you. So this is now obviously a bug. I can see that the layers are disappearing on this side. So let me see which one it did not detect. It's telling me that I erased everything, but it is not visible. So let me see if I switch the marker. Okay, so it's not working. You see, I can see the layers here, but I cannot see them actually on the image. So there is a still bug in the draw feature of Creative Fabrica Studio. There is something glitching in the draw feature. Okay, let's try vectorizer. So this is when you open this main website of Studio, you're seeing that there are lots of other elements that are empty, and they're going to add new features there. And a second feature next to Studio was vectorizer. So now I'm going to upload an image just to see how it's going to vectorize it. So upload any PNG or JPEG image to turn it into a vector. So that is from raster to vector. Now, I already tested the vectorizer, and unfortunately it is not working very well. Maybe on some simple images it will be good, but overall it is not producing a good image. So this should be a very sharp, very clear image of letters, but as you can see, it is broken down, so it's not working very well. You can test this out with the different images as well, but unfortunately at the moment it is not working very well. You can download this as vector. You can add this to Studio, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add this to Studio. Go to Studio, and let's go here, and let's see where it is. It should be under my, yes, it's under my uploads. So let me start by deleting this because I want to have a clear background. And you will see you have a folder here, vectorizer, and then you will see your images that you vectorized. So let's see, what do we have here? Let's hold. Okay, it is not working. Okay, let's do it again. Add image. Okay, so I have added image. How do I? Okay, it's not. That's not what I want. I want to make image larger, but it is cropping it. Okay. No, it's not working. Okay, so if for some reason it is, okay, the image is in, and if I click, it is cropping it out. It is not making it larger, and I don't know why. So obviously it is not working. Let's import this one. This is a PNG version, and this is what it's supposed to happen, but it's not happening. So this is a maze with alphabet. So let's make a quick design. Is it black? It's black. A, B, C. Find the path. A, B, C, find the path to Z. A, B, C, find the path to Z. Okay, that's the name of my design. Let's change the font to something. No, that's not nice. I hate fonts because I hate them. Okay, and I want to add some arrows. Let's see, do we have arrows? Chunky arrows. We do not have chunky arrows. Let's search arrow. Oh, here, this is what I want. I want a chunky arrow. So start here, duplicate this shape, and end here. Okay, change the color to black, change the color to black. That's not black, that's green. Okay, black. Okay, and some decorations. Let's see, what do we have? Do we have pencil here? Pencil? Do we have anything? Oh, we have pencil. Do we have something that is this one? Okay, and I can put this, I can raise this higher. Come on, I can raise this higher. I can put pencils here. Do we have more pencils like this? No, we do not. So we need to duplicate this one. Turn it here. Can we flip it? Can we flip it? Flip it, flip it. No, it doesn't have option to flip it. So can we do this? It didn't flip it. So I guess we cannot flip it. I cannot see the feature to flip it. Let's see if there's something here. I want to make mirror version of this one. That is what I'm trying to do, but it's not allowing me. Okay. We have borders. We do not have borders here, I believe. Elements. This one. Maybe this, something like this. Okay. Okay, and that's it. So this is now an example of my design, my maze page. And now if I want to download it, I need to go to share. And if you click on download, it gives you option to download it as PNG, JPEG, or PDF. You can also remove background, and then it's automatically PNG, of course. Or you can flip it horizontally, and then it's going to flip it, of course, horizontally, and it's no longer PDF. It's just going to be PNG or JPEG. And that's it. Those are your options at the moment. As I said, this is a brand new tool. If you have any questions, ask me down below. But just be patient, because this is a completely, they're just starting, so it is going to be developed further as the time passes by and as you provide them with your feedback. Okay, thank you very much for listening. I'll see you down below in the comments. Stay safe, everybody. Bye.